So I'm Kate Robertson. I'm a graduate of the planting design course. I decided to study at London College of Garden Design because I'd done a garden design diploma previously, and I had started working during study, getting plenty of client projects, and I set up my business at that point. But I felt like it was the more you realise that you know, the more that you realise you need to learn kind of situation. So I decided that really, the part of it, of the process that I really enjoyed was the planting. And so I wanted to study more, basically. I think the course has been really, really very important to my career even in the last year. It gave me the opportunity to spend the time researching larger scale projects, and that's something that I'd never really done professionally before. I'd done small London gardens, and I was really interested in broadening my horizon to do larger scale projects, and just getting the guidance on that and the feedback gave me the confidence to take on large scale projects for just planting, or sometimes for planting and other aspects as well. So it's been really key in development in the last year. So the course, I think, has really changed my work in terms of how the process and what I do has changed. So just looking into the context of each individual project, the story behind it, really helps narrow down the enormous list of plants that you could probably choose from. And makes every single design so different and so much more interesting to do. So I'm getting a lot more out of it myself, rather than just searching through plants and plants and plants and plants. Actually, thinking much more about the story has been really helpful. Yeah. I think one of the main things that the planting design diploma offers that I haven't seen elsewhere is the calibre of teaching staff and who is going to be in front of you looking at your work. Some fantastic people, Nigel Dunnett, Joe Thompson, people that I just, Neil Lucas, people that I've read their books and that I've, kind of really, they're, inspirational designers or world-renowned designers. And so that was, I don't think, something that, specifically for planting that you can get anywhere else. But the other thing is also the location. Because it's so useful while you're studying to just be able to walk out the door and just look at how a plant is growing and what it actually looks like in real life rather than on a paper. And they're all here. And you just learn a new one every day just by walking past on your way in. I really enjoyed all of the workshops where we were all sitting together, because I did the course in the time of lockdown. And so we spent half of the course on Zoom chats, which is great, but just being together for the first time and doing workshops all together was fantastic, because my fellow course mates were all just so fantastically talented, and you just learn so much from each other. So that was brilliant. And the other thing that I really enjoyed is just the kind of camaraderie following the course as well with everybody, because everyone still stays in touch, and that's been so supportive when everyone's just starting their careers. When it comes to specifics about which part of the course was the most enjoyable, I'd have to say when I was doing my final project and being given the time to think of something that you've always really wanted to do and just go for it. You could make your own brief, you could decide where it was going to be located, you could create your own narrative to it, and then just go crazy with planting. And that was so fun, because so often you're just working with what a client wants. So yeah, that was great. I think if I was to give any advice to someone who wanted to be a garden designer, it would be to learn the whole process, because designing is amazing, but it's just a very small section of what actually happens between winning a client and presenting a finished garden. And I probably spend about 25% of my time actually designing. So I would really advise to really understand the whole process end to end and understand where your strengths are in that, because I think that would really inform what type of job you end up doing, whether you're working for someone, whether you're going to run your own business, what kind of company it's going to be. Because, yeah, not many people have the opportunity to sit in front of computers and sign all day, like you do at college.